Sekarang kami bawakan anda siaran langsung dari Ibu Pejabat ITE dan Kolej Tengah di mana Perdana Menteri Lee Hsien Loong akan menyampaikan ucapan rapat Hari Kebangsaan. Encik Lee akan berucap dalam bahasa Melayu diikuti bahasa Mandarin. Ucapan dalam bahasa Inggeris akan beliau sampaikan pada pukul 8 malam.
ITE தலைமையகம் காலேஜ் சென்ட்ரலிலிருந்து பிரதமர் திரு லீ ஹ்சியன் லூங் ஆற்றும் தேசிய தின கூட்ட உரையின் நேரடி ஒளிபரப்பை இப்போது காணலாம். திரு லீ முதலில் மலாய் மேண்ட்ரின் மொழிகளில் பேசுவார். ஆங்கில உரையை இரவு 8 மணிக்கு தொடங்குவார்.
我们现在带您到公益教育学院总部兼中区学院。今晚，李显龙总理将发表他的国庆群众大会演讲。李总理首先将以马来语和华语发言，他也将在8点整发表英语演讲。
We are now bringing you a live telecast from ITE headquarters and College Central, where the Prime Minister, Mr. Lee Hsien Loong, will be delivering his National Day rally speech. Mr. Lee will be speaking in Malay, followed by Mandarin. His English speech will be delivered at 8 p.m.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Prime Minister.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this year's rally. This year's rally is special. It's not just a National Day rally, it's also an SG50 rally. We are looking back on 50 years of nation building and also looking forward to many more years of progress. I won't be singing this year, but someone else who sings much better will be singing. Let me begin in our national language. Biar saya mulakan dalam bahasa kebangsaan kita.
I will begin with our national language. My fellow Singaporeans, happy National Day. 50 years ago, Singapore separated from Malaysia. We became an independent sovereign nation. At the press conference on 9th August 1965, Mr. Lee Kuan Yew promised all Singaporeans that we will have equal chance to progress. He said, "We are going to be a multiracial nation in Singapore. We will set an example. This is not a Malay nation. This is not a Chinese nation. This is not an Indian nation. Everyone will have his place here. There will be equality in terms of language, culture, and religion." 2 days later, Mr. Lee held a press conference with Malay journalists in Malay. Before asking his first question, a journalist addressed Mr. Lee as Tuan Perdana Menteri. Mr. Lee immediately replied, "Please do not address me as Tuan Perdana Menteri. Just as usual, Saudara Lee. It is not necessary. I am not a Syed like Syed Jafar Alba. I am a common man, a small man." Mr. Lee's remark set the tone of our society in Singapore, that we are an equal society, an egalitarian society, that we will work side by side in building Singapore together. That is how our journey began. 50 years on, as a result of the people working closely with the government, we are now a harmonious, multiracial society that is egalitarian and successful. That is the reason we are able to celebrate SG50 together with gusto. Since independence, the Malay community has made enormous progress that is very uplifting. Today, Malays are represented in every part of the Singapore society. Nowadays, when we look for promising professionals to field as candidates, we find many successful Malays in many different fields. There are lawyers, bankers, educators, engineers, and SAF officers. Recently, I met two young pilots at Minister Yaakoob's Hari Raya get-together. The first, on the left side, is Captain Muhammad Azlan Abdul Latif. He is a Super Puma pilot. Captain Azlan told me he transported my delegation when I visited Brunei 2 years ago. I did not recognize him because, like other pilots, he looked rather spiffy in his uniform with his helmet on. The second is Captain Muhammad Iskandar Zulfadli Abdul Rahman, an F-5 fighter jet pilot. Captain Iskandar told me that he was participating in the SG-50 NDP parade. During the parade, I managed to take a picture of the aerial display. I was told later that Captain Iskandar's jet is in the picture. He's not seen, but there he is. Both are poised, competitive, and confident of holding their own. They are successful and handsome. Another example of Singapore's success is Pak Iskandar Jalil, who is internationally known. Pak Iskandar is now actively passing on his skills to the next generation, regardless of race and religion. This year, Pak Iskandar was conferred one of the highest NDP awards, the Meritorious Service Medal. Although Pak Iskandar is not here tonight, congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, the Malay Muslim community is constantly instilling a culture of self-reliance, but at the same time maintaining the spirit of gotong royong. This can be seen through your efforts in setting up self-help institutions such as Mendaki and AMP. The government strongly supported the progress of the Malay Muslim community by providing resources, advice, and also by providing leadership by Malay Muslim ministers and MPs. The Malay community has also benefited equally from national policies such as housing, education, and healthcare. In a multi-religious society, our government must be secular and neutral. But we understand the vital role of Islam in the Malay Muslim community. So we have been supportive. For example, through the setting up of MUIS and the Mosque Building and Mendaki Fund and the Mosque Upgrading Program. You have successfully been able to build 24 modern mosques in 40 years to meet the needs of the Muslim community. I have visited quite a few of these mosques. This includes Al-Mutakin in Ang Mo Kio, Mujahidin in Queenstown, An-Nur in Woodlands, and Al-Ansar in Bedok. All the mosques are beautiful, each with their own character and charm. The Malay Muslim community needs religious leaders who have grown up in Singapore and understand our plural society. They are familiar with our history and multi-religious context. They realize the importance of tolerance and the spirit of give and take with other groups. This will help us to achieve the Singapore Muslim identity. The presence of such religious leaders in Singapore have protected ourselves from the threat of violent extremism. In particular, the RRG has played a vital role in refuting wrong interpretations of Islam and guiding back those who have been led astray. I thank the RRG for their good work. I also thank the community for taking a firm, united stand against violent extremism. The government will continue to work with and support the Malay Muslim community in these efforts. All other communities should also support them. Full-time madrasas in Singapore play an important role in nurturing religious scholars and teachers. I am happy to see that madrasa standards have gone up, especially with the Joint Madrasa System, JMS. The government would like to help madrasas to improve further. Surely, we will leave religious education to MUIS and the community, but the government can help in secular subjects like mathematics and science. It is important for our religious scholars and leaders to have a good grounding in non-religious subjects. It prepares them to guide Singapore Muslims to live in a modern, technological society. Therefore, the government will work with MUIS to strengthen the teaching of secular subjects in madrasas. We will provide financial support to upgrade teachers of secular subjects. We will also give out fun awards for students who do well in secular subjects. Ladies and gentlemen, one more area that we will be focusing on are social issues that are facing the Malay Muslim society. Our HDB program has enabled more than 90% of HDB dwellers to own their own flats, but a small group still live in rental flats. Within this group, Malays are overrepresented. Many are young Malay families with marital and financial problems. They may have bought a flat before, but after getting a divorce, they are forced to sell their flats and stay in rental flats. I am concerned about their future, especially that of their children. They may be trapped in the poverty cycle throughout their lives. We will need to help them to start anew. If they are determined to put their lives in order by stabilizing their families, holding a regular job, and making sure that their children stay in school, we should help them own flats once again so that they are able to provide their children with a more stable environment. I will speak more about this in my English speech later. What is clear, although there are challenges that need to be addressed, on the whole, the Malay Muslim community can be proud of its achievements and its contributions to Singapore. For example, at Mr. Lee Kuan Yew's funeral service, Haji Siddiq Sanif spoke movingly and gave insights that showed depth of their friendship. It was amazing because we know SIDE actually started off by opposing a few of government policies. But in the end, SIDE called Mr. Lee as a friend and expressed his deep respect for Mr. Lee. He appreciated the advice and guidance of Mr. Lee. SIDE, I am glad you agreed to share your thoughts on Papa. Thank you.
Di upacara itu, beberapa sahabat Encik Lee dari kaum lain juga melahirkan perasaan
Other
serupa.
speakers also
Ini mencerminkan kejayaan Encik Lee
from different backgrounds and races also spoke, and they too regarded Mr. Lee as their friend. This showed Mr. Lee's success in building an inclusive society, a multiracial society, as was promised when we achieved independence. 50 years on, I am touched and proud to see many Malays, especially the young, expressing heartfelt love for Singapore openly. They appreciated and uphold our multiracial society. This includes a young Berita Harian reporter, Nur Duha Isof. After covering the National Day Parade, she wrote, "What struck me at the end of the parade was not the breathtaking aerial display of our impressive mobile column, but the poignant words of our founding PM Lee Kuan Yew, speaking after we separated from Malaysia, that left a deep impression. Let us Singaporeans unite as one united people, regardless of race, language, religion, and culture. 50 years have passed. The unity that Mr. Lee envisioned in 1965 is now woven in a beautiful tapestry that is our Singapore story. Thank you, Duha. And thank you, our Malay Muslim community. Ladies and gentlemen, the Malay Muslim community is an integral part of Singapore, and they have contributed significantly to our nation's harmony and progress. The government appreciates the community contributions and strong support. Let us continue the strong cooperation we have established over the years. Let us continue to write the Singapore story by strengthening our harmonious multiracial society. Let us take our beloved Singapore beyond SG50 and make Singapore better for ourselves and also for our children. Thank you.